Welcome, you guys, to another put together masterpiece. I'm Dre, and this is Pure TV. Going into week 14, I'm gonna start off with the Eagles and the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys, man? 33-13 victory against the Eagles, man. The Eagles are having a tough couple of
I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt.
The offense is starting off a little slow. I currently am concerned for the Eagles, man. You have to put points on the board in this league, man. If you don't put points on the board, it's going to be a blowout. And that's 2 weeks in a row this team has barely put points on the board. And it's gotten ugly very quickly. Dak Prescott is playing he's put together another MVP type game. He was 24-29, only missing 5 passes. He had 271 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And I love that. 0 interceptions is what I like to see. CeeDee Lamb, 6 receptions, 71 yards, and a tud. Ferguson had 5 receptions with 72 yards. He came up in pretty big moments in the game. I mean, the Cowboys dominated, man. The pass rush, when they're sending heat, you know, they have Jalen Hurts, backpedaling quick, throwing short passes, and some of them complete, some of them not complete.
And these are what I mean by the Cowboys line, man, and that pass rush getting to Jalen Hurts. He's throwing it. I mean, the timing is off. The frustration from A.J. Brown. Here's another one that he did catch, which is a great catch. And here's another one where, they send for and they just get to Jalen. And Micah's the head of that, and I love to see it, man. I'm going to be honest, man. I love to see it. Here's another one, backpedaling, throw. Couldn't find Devontae.
A lot of that timing for the wide receivers to really get open. So now it's like a little 2 to 3 yard quick slam, a 2 yard in, 2 yard out. And it's not really producing any offense, and that's why, the Eagles only have 13. The Eagles' offense has to find an identity. I don't know if they've been in the run game. You have to get in some formations, where Jalen Hurts is under the center, and you're handing the ball off a little play action because you're sitting there in shotgun. The Cowboys really, and this is what I've been asking for the Cowboys, for the past couple of weeks. I need to see Micah, I need to see D-Law, I need to see that defensive line causing havoc, and that they're doing. They're bringing the blitz packages. D-Law is getting back there, even though Micah was getting dope, but he still got back there, got him a sack. I love to see it. I'm not going to lie, I love to see it. I love to see a defensive line who could be dominant. And we've seen the 49ers do that as well to the Eagles, being just physical. And it seems like, to me, it seems like the Eagles lack physicality. It seems like they lack physicality, man. They're getting hit, boom, boom, boom. There's no retaliation. There's nothing. I mean, you gotta hand that ball off, pound. A lot of teams doing that, to them, and they're not reciprocating that. So that could lead to a long night. On to the next game, we have the Ravens and the Rams. The Rams lost that game 31-37 in overtime from a point return at the end. And I'm going to run the stats a little bit for you. Matt Stafford was 23 of 41. He did indeed have 294, almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Coop had him a touchdown. He had 115 yards. And the running back, man, Williams, 25 carries, 114 yards. It was a very rainy day in Baltimore, so of course you got to have the run game going. But the Ravens, man, the way they're using Lamar right now, it seems like they want him to be more in the pocket, and I love it. I love to see it.
All right, and here comes some of the pressure that Lamar was taking and still able to make things happen. If not make things happen, get the ball out and not take the sack. You go a drop, make 2 defenders miss. Unfortunately, the 43 couldn't grab the ball. But it's not a sack, though, so I feel like that's a 0 down, nothing lost, nothing gained. Here's another deep drop back, throws up, steps into the pocket, finds Aguilar for a little 3 to 4 yard grab. Here he goes, another got missed, takes the hit, and finds Zay Flowers for the 2-point conversion. I love this Lamar Jackson that we're seeing in the pocket, poised, finding the reads. Here's another drop back. finds and rips it right to Zay Flowers for a touchdown. I love to see it, man. This is before the 2-point conversion, man. You see the fire, man, the receivers, you get Lamar receivers, it's a threat for
When
real.
the defensive line for the Rams was getting back there to him, Lamar is making plays happen. He's moving around, he's dumping it off, he's not taking a sack for a loss, he's not taking those huge yards, he's not, fumbling like he probably would have done a couple of years, when he first got to the seat, trying to make things happen, a little strip, this, then third, and he's cleaned up on that, and that's what I love to see. I love to see that. He did have one interception, but he had 3 touchdowns. And of course, I love to see no interceptions, but nobody is perfect. He was 24-43, a little bit above 50%. He had 316 yards. Odell had four catches for 97 yards and a TD. And Lamar Jackson also rushed for 70 yards with 11 carries. Like I said, the Rams were putting constant pressure on Lamar Jackson, so him being comfortable in the pocket was not that kind of day. Even though it was raining, he was still, making them miss and proceeding to gain a couple yards and even finding wide receivers on little quick routes, and they were able to capitalize on it. Like I said, man, Lamar is making things happen. They question his ability to pass. He's cleaning that up. There's still, a couple of things he could work on, especially the deep ball. I see he definitely need to work on the deep ball. But he had 3 wide receivers over 50 yards, man. He didn't have that same luxury a year or two ago where he had multiple options to throw to, and now you're seeing the outcome of it, in which I said at the beginning of the year. You get Lamar some weapons. That's hard to guard, man. You got to guard the pass, a mobile quarterback, and the run. That's a lot of scheming. That's a lot of defensive packages you have to put into the week following up just to be able to contain that. And it's harder to do. It's easy to say, harder to do. I'm going to go on to the next game. We have the 49ers and the Seahawks. DK got ejected, of course. I say Fairweather made a dirty play after, the interception. I feel like you push a man while his head is down. You can't do that, man. You can't. There's nobody in this world that's going to have already be head close to the ground or somebody shoving you down. You feel me? That's a dirty play. I feel like both of them should have been ejected, but it is what it is. Brock Purdy had another great game. He was 19-27. He had 368 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Mr. Irrelevant. And C-Mac, 145 yards, almost 150. That guy is amazing. I'm gonna be honest, man. He's the best running back in the league right now. I don't, it's no really up for debate. Like the best. When the ball is in his hand, it's guaranteed almost a first down. No lie. At least 5 to 6 yards. At least. You feel me? That's a luxury to have as a quarterback, as a team. And you can pound the rock. You can find him an open space. You throw it to him in open space. He gonna make things happen. He's bound to get 4 to 5. So every play now, he's himself alone can get a first down in 2 plays. Then you have that luxury of Debo, Ayuk, in which both of them had over 100-some yards. Come on. It's tough. Debo with 149 yards and a TD. Ayuk had 126. The 49ers are dangerous, man, and to me, they have to be the best team in the league, man. The best team, and it's not close. Maybe the Cowboys, but other than that, I have the 49ers, man. Drew Lock played. He was 22 of 31, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, 27. Those 2 interceptions are costly. Those 2 interceptions are a recipe for a L. You feel me? You basically handing the game off when you throw 2 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? That's giving the opposing team opportunities, multiple opportunities, extra opportunities to put points on the board. If not points, field goals. Even though those are points, but you get what I'm saying. And the team is looking scary to me. They're looking like the Super Bowl favorites at this point in the season. They might be, when it's all said and done, Super Bowl champions this year. They still have to see the Cowboys, and I have the way it's shaping up, but how I'm looking at it so far. I got the 49ers in the ratings. That's what it's looking like. I had the Eagles. Maybe they get it back together. We may, we don't know what the future holds. But to be the recipe for the 49ers is ground and pound. It's simple. You feel me? They hand it off. A little play action. And you can pass as well because you got Kittle, Ayuk, Jennings, and Debo. And Brock Purdy is doing what he needs to do to get the job done. A lot of people say he's assistant quarterback. I mean, hey, they had an assistant quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo. He still couldn't get the job done. I feel like Brock Purdy is way more than just assistant quarterback. I feel like he's a quarterback that can make things happen. He make good throws. He make great throws. It's not nothing that he's just 5 and 10 yards, a little 10-yard in, a little 10-yard out. You feel me? He's making throws. He's making passes that not just the average game manager will make. So I feel like they got to give him more credit than what they're giving him. Next game I have on is the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills and the Chiefs, man. And I don't know why I got to do rag on me. Y'all forgive me, man. I'm supposed to come to work prepared. Don't mind it, bro. Don't mind it. But yeah, Josh Allen, he was 23 of 42. He had a 233 yards, 1 touchdown, and an interception. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with these high scoring teams now. They're not being as high scoring, and I feel like they're taking a step back. They're regressing. They're not progressing. And she's only putting up 17 points. They've been having a lot of lower score games this season. And like I said before, it's simply because the lack of weapons, the no run game. You have to find other ways than just throwing the ball 20 yards, 15 yards, 18 yards down the field. You have to come up with a little bit more. And with the weapons that they do have, it's tough. Not saying that those guys aren't good, they're just not playmakers that he needs. Like as in a Tyreek Hill that they let go. And Pat Mahomes, man, he was 25 of 43. He had 271 yards, 1 touchdown, and interception. And interception, both quarterbacks threw interception, so both was putting their teams in a tough position, and the Bills came out on top, man. The Chiefs had a chance at the end. Kevon Looney, foot on the line, and if you go back, you see his foot was over the line multiple times. You only get so many chances before they call something, And that's just like a couple games ago where I felt like the left tackle, if not the left, I think it might have been the right tackle, always a false start. They never caught it, and they finally caught it, and you feel me? So I feel like sometimes the refs be letting the Chiefs slide with a lot of things, and they just didn't let them slide that time, man. Unfortunately, the Chiefs lost, man. With the 2 turnovers they had, it's always the recipe for L, man. You feel me? Anytime you turn the ball over, you give other teams opportunities. You give them time. You give them time of possession, and you give them time to score points. And what that's doing is it's coding the offense when it's already hard to find offense. It's tough, man. It's tough. And on to the rest of the games, I'm gonna go down. The Giants and the Packers played. The Giants beat them 24-22. DeVito, sorry if I didn't say his name right. He led them to another dub. That's 2 dubs in a row. Man. And I love to see it, man. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do. Saquon, he had 2 touchdowns. They had to get in a position. They got down the field, was able to kick the field goal, win the game, man. As a matter of fact, they won their last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. They won their last 3. So I mean, that guy, he's balling out, and I feel like when Danny get back, they have to have that sit down and talk, because if you want, even though you pay him the money, at the end of the day, you have to win games. And right now, DeVito is really getting the job done. So I mean, those people are paying their good tickets. They're paying for those tickets. They want to see the team win, so that's a question that the Giants are going to have a conversation, sit down with. We had the Titans over the Dolphins, 28-27. Alevis is doing his thing, man. I'm happy for the guy. You feel me? He was back up, fighting between him and what's the other quarterback name? The other quarterback they had, Willis, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or Wallace, and Ryan Tannehill. And so Will Levis came into the spot. He's been giving them dubs, man. He's been playing. For me, he's been playing good. I've been seeing what he's been doing. And you can mold him. He could possibly be their franchise quarterback. You can mold him. You give him a year or 2. It's possible. He got the fire. He got a team behind him. D-Hop behind him. The guy who you just signed. You add that element of passing with Derrick Henry. Because Derrick Henry is only growing old, so it's only a little a span before that window is gone. So I feel like they mold him to the quarterback they want to be. Add some more weapons. They're tough. The Broncos beat the Chargers 24-7. Russ was 21 of 33, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And now they're 7-6 after that slow start to the season. You know, the people were criticizing them, the slander, the 70-point performance that the Dolphins put on them. And now when all things are said and done, they're second in the AFC West, right behind the Chiefs. So yeah, man, I have the Vikings won 3-0 against the Raiders. I don't know how you wait all week, 6 days you practice, and you wait for 1 day and you get 0 points. That's an egg. That's crazy. The Bears beat the Lions 28-13. Go Justin Fields. Jags lost to the Browns. Go Joe Flacco 27-31. They won another game without Deshaun Watson, which is crazy to me. Joe Flacco at 38, 39, however he is, still getting the job done. Of course, you know, when you're elite quarterback, veteran quarterback, you can see those things. You don't do as much. You don't try to do as much as you know what it takes just to get the job done. The Bucks beat my Falcons, of course, terrible loss. We definitely needed that win. Unfortunately, the offense came up just a little short. I feel like that one pass that Desmond Ridder had to Bijan in the flats, he should have just tossed it up, let him grab it. We'll be having this discussion. No, I don't see the future, but I do know that we're better than him, and those are facts. Rise up. We had a chance at the end. And Desmond Ridder made a couple of good throws this game. I'm not gonna say it like I didn't see it and I acknowledge it. He did make a couple of good throws, but I need to be more consistent. His question is consistency. He can make a turnover, come back, and do what he do, but we need consistency. This is his second year. This is his first full year with the team. He lost it maybe a week ago to Heineke, quote unquote concussion protocol or whatever the case may be. Came back in, seemed like he's making a little bit more quicker reads. He's not taking his time. It seemed like when he sat back and looked at it, that's what we need you to hit those checkdowns, buddy. I said that before. That's what made Tom Brady so great. Checkdowns, making those safe plays, making those not really putting the ball in harm's way. You feel me? I mean, you have those 3 running backs in the back. You got Cordell, Talgier, Bijan. You got those 2 tight ends in Smith and Kyle Pitts. You have, come on now, I can go on. So you got these good weapons around you. You have to make something happen, my guy. And I see a little bit of improvement, so I'm not mad at the loss. I am mad at the loss because we definitely needed it, but they fought to the end. The defense, they have to not let up 29 points. I don't know what's going on. We started the season high, and I was just letting up points now. You feel me? 29 points for the Bucks is crazy. You feel me? The Saints beat the Panthers 28-6. Nothing new. The Panthers are trash. Bengals 34-14. They won that game. The Pats lost to the Steelers 21-18, and the Jets beat the Texans 30-6. And that's a good game for Zach Wilson. I'm glad he got that dope on his belt, very much needed. Hopefully the guy can stay at that level for him not to lose his job or be playing his bad. Because it seems like anytime he's playing bad, he's getting slaughtered everywhere. You feel me? He's getting critiqued to the T. All right, guys, so after all that said and done, I'm going to go ahead and give you my rankings for the top 5 teams going into week 15. I got the 49ers at number 1, of course. They're being real dominant right now. I got the Cowboys at 2 going into week 15. I got the 49ers at number 1, of course. They're being real dominant right now. I got the Cowboys at 2. Don't bash me if I have the Cowboys at 2. I feel like y'all seeing their body of work right now. The Ravens at 3. I got the Eagles at 4, and at 5, I have the Dolphins tied with the Chiefs. I know that may sound crazy, but I really don't know who to go with those 2 teams, man. I would have put my Falcons at 5, but I don't want to be biased. I don't want to be biased at all. So yeah, that's what I got for this week for my top 5. And that is it for this video. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I look to see you on my next YouTube video, man. Peace out.
All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time.